Welcome to the Corie Sheppard Podcast. My name is Corie Sheppard, according to David Wales. Thank you for everybody who's been tuning in. We had to remind people that this is our audio platform. We have Patreon, we have merch. David, tell me all the things we had to remind people about the start.
You going good?
Good?
Yeah.
I had to remind my wife that I have pink glitter on my face for a reason. It's with great reason. We look forward to the guest that we have today. Jadel Legerefor, you're going to? Ma'am,
what?
Can you start over again saying it? David, I'm doing some more work, boy. It's three days straight.
If I look in tranny, just say so that. You know, if I look like a tranny.
Just pretend that never happened. But if you see the overworking man in this place.
The truth came out.
We have
this
with us
girl look like a
today.
tranny this morning.
That's for sure. I'm afraid my wife. Afraid my wife bad with this pink glitter. We have with us today Ms. Jadel Legerefor. How are you?
I am fine.
You good?
I am good, yes.
Looking fine. Pinked out.
Yes, pink is the code right now for me.
Pink is the code?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, the team has something they didn't tell them. Pink is the code.
Yes.
This interview could be out of here. You know, we launching political party and thing. I want to start at the start. Kaka, me here, you look well dolled up and well taken care of as always. People talk about that, right?
Well, yes, they do, but you know, I do my stuff on my own, so I make sure that I do my hair for most performances, it doesn't be all that put together because,
no?
yeah.
They don't look that way to us.
So when it is I do come out and, you know, I'm looking a little presentable, then I count my lucky stars because, you know, yeah, I'm basically a one-man show.
Right.
I try to get everything done to the best of my ability by myself.
Yeah,
but
you.
I'm still, you know, trying to get my team.
Yeah,
and
the team,
stuff. I'll be grateful when I get a makeup artist and a hairdresser, which would be very rare. So when you see me jumping out, you're going to see me doing it on my own.
Well, you're feeling special,
Yeah.
But the last time I see you was on a solo mission, you know. Who make you grapple down that hill in the army thing? What was happening there? What caused that? What went on? How it was?
Well, they called me and they said, you know, let us do a army ad, which is, I am thinking, you know, I come in to sing, if your man don't want you go army fets, you know, I don't rehearse my lines. And I end up there. I end up, you know, what is the name of it? Coming down to the mountain.
Close to this. Like grappling down?
Yes, that.
So what they do? They teach you how to do it and things?
Yes,
ever
they
do that
taught
before?
us, they give us some drills, some, you know, one-on-one short course so that we will know, you know, self-defense.
Oh, serious? All that
I flip a few men, yeah. I flip a few men.
Yes,
I didn't know
I
I was capable of it, but
you
you know,
me after a certain question, they're capable now.
Some men, and I feel it invincible right now. So, you know, how she name and stuff, you know. Yeah.
If you could flip a man, you could flip how she name. But if fights up coming down the thing though, it was funny. It was funny. I really do some work with the promotion this year. I had to talk to you about more social media things because I want to know what happened Valentine's Day. You get the booking and thing. I see you say people asking you for certain kind of booking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I tell my wife, I say, but if this is our option, I don't know, but I wasn't brave enough to put it in the comments. But I see one Marshall Montano saying,
yes,
Valentine's Day, he would like you to come and perform for him and Mrs. Montano.
Well, then he put, you know, asking for a friend after, but but we all know. But to be honest, I have been getting these type of requests, and this is not the first time it has happened. I was performing in an event, and I saw this couple watching me, and they looking like they madly in love, and I was taken back because I was like, normally when I'm performing, females just set up themselves and they set up their face and they watch the man one time as I come on stage. As I come on stage, they was like, and the man had to be on the phone, looking whatever.
I can see why now is the pink glitter. Man could be in trouble.
Right? So they be upset. There's a time I told, this was in Belize. I think I have it up on social media. I saw the man blocking his face and he doing so and whatever, and the girl turned around. Oh, I started to shake my boomsy. When I shake, she turned around and he do so.
Smart man, wise. And
she watch him so. Like, you're better.
So them requests come in, people asking you, couples.
So let me move to that. So I saw this couple, which was rare, that is into me. Like, oh my God, the man is doing and she doing I was like, eh. So anyway, they made their way to backstage, right? They told me that they are huge fans. They love me. They love my music. And they just have my music up. A particular song in particular. Yeah. Right? My music videos up while they're doing the hanky panky, I'll call it. Yeah. And they went so far as to say that the anniversary is coming up.
Special occasion.
Yes. And it will give them no better pleasure than to give me a hefty amount, right? I don't know if I want to even say how much.
I want to know the amount people want to know. This is what people want to find out. What is the price?
It was 25,000, right?
We're going to go on a budget.
Yes, and that is a lot for me because we could never charge nowhere close to that.
I think it's a lot for anybody.
Big artists and them price, you understand? And it's just to sing the favorite song.
It's just to sing.
Just to sing in the bedroom. They say I'm not going to be participating, but they want me to look sexy, you know? And I sing. And they do the hanky panky and I watch them.
Well, that's private people business, right? So I don't want to ask if you do it or not. But I want to ask if Marshall reach out to the booking because I want to know if it have a kind of way, you know, I had to ask Marshall if it have a OnlyFans coming out because I might want to see the performance. I want to have it open to the public.
So everybody was for it. Everybody was for it. They say, girl, don't be dumb. Take that booking. Go to security. You understand? Real people doing that and stuff. And this is not the first time it have other people that came. But they didn't come with no hefty amount, but they just came and say they would just love me to be present. I don't know what it is about me.
David might be able to say.
What do I portray out there? You understand? For me to be the chosen one, right? I don't know if there's other...
You watch your videos, Jadel? You watch back your videos?
No. The thing about it is, right? This is a topic about, you know, me being over sexy out there, right?
Over sexy? People saying that?
Yeah, that I too, and you know, I need to tone it down a bit and stuff. But you know, to a point, I look back and I say I agree, right? Now, I used to jump out myself with bodysuits, right? And the bodysuits would be
accentuating form and so on, you know?
Yes, that was it, right? And now I am not shaped athletic. I'm more like the voluptuous type, the big booty type. It's real.
Yeah, okay.
It's real. Okay. No BBL. Just letting you, just putting it out there because there's our next topic that, oh my God, they don't believe that I never did any works.
Rumor mill is good marketing.
Well, 1 minute, people who really paying attention to me would realize how I am struggling a lot. 1 minute I blowing up, 1 minute I hiding my stomach, 1 minute I looking like Absy, 1 minute I hiding my stomach again, 1 minute I hunting down photographers. I say, take down that footage, but I'm looking big. You understand? I real particular, but if I wish to be honest, I could one day do works on my body. But I mean, if it is I am, you know, pointing on photographers to pull down this footage, you know, with my belly looking big there and whatever, I'm like, you know, I might as well, but I honestly have a fear for going under the knife. I just thinking my luck may not be. I've been hearing a lot of stories, you know, about people in waking up and stuff, have a daughter to live for. That is basically why I never really went and venture. I have a fear. I am a scaredy cat.
Me too. That might be why me invention.
I have never done a surgery for medical reasons. No, so I was never put to sleep. And I have a fear for that. I don't think I want to even be put to sleep for any surgery. I mean, God forbid. But yeah. It's all real and I am struggling. I just need to tune up and go to the gym more and stuff. But the booty is a bit much, you know, and I am sometimes uncomfortable with it. You know, I am uncomfortable with my big booty because I just feel that it's just a bit too much. And I had an ex that told me, they put me down and told me that no man in want to see anybody looking out of proportion. You see, I'm out of proportion with my big booty, and that's not that men wouldn't want
There's
to.
There's a male excel, yes?
Yeah, but I understand why we. Understand why we don't know. But they used to rel put me down and make me feel less than myself.
Yeah.
By saying you need to lose weight, go on a diet and put on the bread, put on whatever. I understand we check in for my weight, but they used to be on my booty. Don't feel you looking good with that big butt. Nobody like that. No man ain't go and wife you with that. They just want to see you for whatever, and that is it. A man really wants a nice petite, athletic build, structured, proportioned woman. You understand?
Some men, you know, if you should guess,
I say every bread has its cheese. You understand? So he used to make me believe that me having this big butt don't feel in something, right?
But let me ask you this, in terms of your own self-esteem and the way you see yourself and things, is them things bother you or that roll off your back?
I mean, you do. I'm human. So yes, I would. I remember I was in school and I don't know, my booty was... I don't know nothing about having that big booty. I was not aware that my booty was big, and that was like 5 Rivers Junior Sec. Right?
Pronounced.
Yes, pronounced. Yes. And when I go into school, it was class party, and I put on my outfits, and everybody turned in and said, "Oh, good," and started to rename me the Big Bottom Reds, right? Now, this is the first time I
experienced it.
I'm not really of the world, because my mom had me so sheltered with 7 Days Adventist.
Religious.
Right, real religious and covered and stuff like that. So when I put on my little pants and it was nothing revealing, just a little jeans, and the way I feel so shame. I feel so shame. I was so shame. I almost cried. I went to the toilet and locked myself in the bathroom and did not come out for the rest of the time because I didn't understand the attention that I was getting from it. Like it wasn't a good feeling to me.
Yeah, I understand.
You understand?
But the thing is, as an artist, and the other reason is call things assets. I don't know if it's a good word or not.
Yeah.
But when you look at the way you present yourself, the way I never really see you not looking like Jadel the star.
Yeah, no, so cutting back to that, when I was feeling embarrassed and whatever, I started to feel so less than myself, and I realized that, this is you. I even went and hear that J-Lo reduce her butt. Right. And I was saying, I gonna do something like that. You understand? Because I understand how she felt. Course, I heard about J-Lo reducing her butt, and I was saying, I am going to do something like that. But then when I realized that, okay, apparently this is becoming a thing where people doing their butts to get it big. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe they my era now. They my time to shine, you understand? Because
full circle.
So I say, I'm gonna look to embrace myself, because I've always been down on myself. I've always been having self-esteem issues. I have a problem with my nose, I have a problem with my face, I have a problem with my body. Too thick, I always want to lose weight. If I get too skinny, people say too skinny, I head looking big, put back on the weight.
So you're taking on that?
Yes, because it's like, when I lose the weight, everybody's saying, dying suit here.
Gotcha.
When I have weight on, they say, no, God, you need to lose weight. Yeah, but I'm too big.
Gotcha. But I want to come back to that, because if I don't start with pink glitter and we talk about too much booty, my wife, we go get us like, you cancel him, you're going to put me in no problems. No.
Yes.
This year's song, Stand By Another Man.
Yeah.
I don't like them kind of advice of the woman getting.
No, the thing about it is...
Let me hear the thoughts behind it.
No, the thing about it is, right, I'm a female, so that's the reason why I'm speaking on the females, but I mean that I'm putting down males who want to, because I know somewhere, there's a good male out somewhere. There's a good male out there.
Conrad,
I don't know where. I don't know how far I have to search, but somewhere it must have one.
In Trinidad or?
I don't know. I really don't even know if in Trinidad it exists. But I remember going on TikTok, because I say, you know what? I need to join TikTok, because TikTok is where the action is. Yeah. You understand? So I go on and scrolling, and all I see, I don't know if my algorithm put me there because of how I feeling. Like I will, in the past, always have a heartbreak, always have a tapanka, always like a happy moment will get crushed by a meal, just by entertaining a meal, and I will be so upset because why I put myself in this for, to entertain a meal, and then I don't have the capability to, entertain 2 and 3 others at the same time. So I'll gravitate to one person. If it is I'm interested in somebody, I don't see nobody else but that person. So that means...
It's the first red woman ever say that
I am setting myself up for the kill.
Yeah.
You understand? By entertaining this one person and putting all my eggs in that basket and my heart and my soul, and then they just going and crush you like it's in style. You understand? They're crushing you like it's a style. You understand? And I'm like, I remember my happiest moment. I always remember this. The first time I ever get airplay.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be the happiest moment. You know, it's that for artists. You hearing your first song on the radio, playing. My gosh. I was stripped of that opportunity, that moment, and I crying in bed over a man. Yeah. You understand? When everybody said, girl, you're something on the radio.
Studying boys.
Over a man.
Studying boys.
Stuff. And I can't get over this man for nothing. I say, God, Father, help me. I'm going to church. I go in all kind of places. I pray. I was like, I try to go out with my friends and I enjoying it. You know, they just happy. They're happy and I say, look how all you're happy. How do I reach to this place? How do I get happy? I want to be happy too, you know. I want to enjoy my moments, and it was all stripped. I had law. I was studying law.
Right.
I had a law exam. Right. This man ghosted me on the day I was studying the day before. There's late replies. This is what late replies cause, and caused me to almost fail my exam because I decided I couldn't take it no more.
Pressure.
And I had to go and sleep because when I wake up, I want to hope that he read the message.
Oh, nice.
Right? So, you know, I want to pass the time. Instead I look to pick up my book and study. I am being bothered by late replies.
Yeah.
You understand?
You're left on
so, I am like, no way this is happening. And I go on to my law exams and I can't function. And I rush in the law exam because I want to see the messages. I study this man.
You studying for after to come and see the message. As if law exams are hard enough.
I need licks, you understand? Exactly. So I realized that they always say red woman bad. You understand? I don't know where they get us from, because how could I be bad, a red woman, crying over a man? You understand?
Well, you say it must have one good man somewhere. So maybe it's a one good red woman. Maybe.
Yeah, but I know myself, when I go with someone, I don't see no other. I don't see no other. No matter what, you could come, you could put whoever celeb crush in front of my face. That person ugly, you know. That person turn ugly because the best looking person in the world
is your person.
Is my person, right? And when it is, I reach to that height and they mess up, I am crushed. So I'm like, all right, I don't know if my algorithm know that of me. You know, they just know. You Google it, just know. You know?
We're going through.
Maybe what it is, yes. So I'm going on TikTok, I was scrolling, I seen once that I had broken. I say, oh my God, look my peoples. Here's my peoples. You know?
You find your tribe.
I find my tribe. The heartbroken woman out there who can't sleep at night. I was like, oh gosh, look, let us join this community. All right. And I seen them saying, help me get over him. I said, girl, I was once there, I feel you. And the comment section, the start, I say, yeah, thinking and giving how I get over this man and whatever and stuff.
Oh, you giving advice?
I giving advice because I found the way to get over the man.
Well, we had to know how you getting over the man. David might need to know.
Like, now I'm not saying to rebound, right? I'm not saying to rebound. Rebound is like when you're
find somebody fast.
Yeah, find somebody fast and you're forcing yourself to just go on this person, just to use this person to get over somebody. It's not that. When I got the heartbreak and I healed, which take me a whole year to heal, I said, no way I am going to ever allow myself to just be on one person ever again, right? So if I'm going to entertain 2 or 3, I'm not saying be, you understand?
This is the solution?
I'm not saying physically. I'm not saying physically go, right? Now, when you're dating, do not just date that one person. You have another backup and have another backup. Just have the backup there, just in case. Right. And you're getting to know everybody. There's no restrictions to me in getting to know different people and may the best man win, right? When I did that and I had 3, I had no heartbreak because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, right? The moment that person gave me a late reply, I talk to the next one time.
And you can do your law exam in peace.
Exactly. I can record my song in peace. And because all them time when I was struggling with music and it hitting, it's a man. It's a man. And from time I start to see my way, it's because I know that I could see through the nonsense from the time a man, because you're no longer so much invested because you know this person here, if they mess up,
so the
replacement is near.
That means
there.
The song say if your man don't let you know where you stand.
Yeah,
so it's whether that he let you know where you stand, you're standing by 2 other men just in case.
Well, no, let me tell you something, right? When the man don't let you know where you stand, you don't even have to be in a relationship to know the red flags. You need to know you could.
Yeah, what do you mean by know where you stand? What would be know where you stand for you?
Know where you stand is, all right, the moment you start dating this person and they realize you can't plan a date, they tell you, okay, let me say they want to give you a first date and they tell you, come and go by the house, right? This is one.
It sounds good. Sounds great to me.
That sounds great to you. Stand by another man, one time. You understand? 2, if this man, I had a hard day of work and my back hurting and I in a mess. And this man is trying to sweep me off my feet, right? And instead you say, let me take you to the spa. You say, let me come home by you and give you a good massage.
Sounds great.
Stand by another man because you know what he telling you. He wanna, plain and clear. And most men doing that right now. So you're not serious. Stand by another man. No, it's not no more. Every man is a masseuse now. Every man is a masseuse.
They teach you that from small in primary school.
No. So you want to see me in my, because when you're doing a massage, right? I had to be naked. You understand? So
you and Newton girls, eh?
Yes, I went
Newton boys.
Okay,
they teach me to massage girls and Newton boys. They didn't teach you that?
No, they did not. Unfortunately,
you missed class. You used to skip school.
No, not at all. But no massages was taking place in Newton Girls RSC.
No, just teach you. They just teach you. They tell you what to prepare for adulthood. So how this song going? How people receiving it? I seeing it bubbling everywhere.
They're loving the song, and I'm getting a lot of reception when I sing like, okay, call and response. If that man don't let you know where you stand, what you gonna do? All the girls who cannot sleep at night, stand by another man, and everybody could relate. The only person that's not going to respond is if they're in love with the man and the man are right there. That's the only time you won't get them a response because they're in love and they're living in Dululu and La La Land and they're gonna get cheated next 2 days.
It's cold. Whole world.
But I'm saying that okay. I have people who really in love and know that the man is for them and stuff, kudos for them. And I am happy for any woman who find love. Love is a beautiful thing, but it could mess you up. Really badly. So stand by another man comes, if that man don't let you know where you stand, in all forms, all shapes, all fashion, dating, situationship, you're in a relationship, you're even in a marriage, and the man only with a particular co-worker coming home late, he don't let you know where you stand, you understand? You going and stay for the kids and whatever and stuff because of the you know, you'll start this and start that and you don't want to stop and whatever, and you went therapy and he just doing what he have to do and stuff. I'm not saying to go out and do things.
They're saying keep two in your back pocket in case,
you could have friends. Easy pain.
But let me ask you this, right? Before I move on from this. If it is you say that about man, right? And you're telling them one stand by another man, the next man go do the same things as best as
the man already doing it. The man already standing by women.
Stay home. You agree on that?
No, the thing about it is, I am standing by another man cautiously. You understand? cautiously. Mean that I am very much putting them to the test. I will catfish you. Yeah, I will catfish you. I will send you on a wild goose chase, make you get catch. I am a pro at that as well.
You're looking for problems.
You understand? So if I know I go and stand by another man, he had to get the whole series of tests and to me to make sure that that is the man that I really want to stand by. But there's an option. At least I have a man there that is potential that I can stand by, but know that you're going to get some catfishing.
David, remember when we editing to just put all this in the end? In hour 2. This is problems for man here. This is problems for man. Producer the song and writer and thing. Producer the song and writer. Who produced it?
Mavon, explicit Mavon. Big up to
Mavon is a problem.
Yeah,
I just want to put that out. He's a problem 2026 carnival.
Damage.
All the songs.
Yes, boy. Big up to Mavon. And we both wrote the song.
Yeah.
And I came up with the concept, Stand by Another Man, out of my personal experience, you understand? I know what I was coming to sing,
right.
and I know it's going to be.
If so Mavon contributes to this idea, Stand by Another Man, I'm going to call Mavon.
Well, yeah, he was kind of iffy about it. He said, what a topic.
Good Mavon, at least he tried to defend me. At least he tried to defend me. I
pretend like I'm looking for another, I have none. Yes, I had another, you know. I decided to pour all kind of weird nonsense for him to say no, to resort to Stand by Another Man. Because
the beat and thing will be more bouillon.
Yes, it's like bouillon, yes.
You went for that deliberately? That's what you wanted?
Yes, we wanted that deliberately because I was lacking in that and I wanted to do something that I've never done before. I've never done a soca, well, we call it soca bouillon because it still has a lot of soca influence in it, you know. There's a topic where they love to fight, like, what is bouillon and what is soca?
Yeah, of course. We see that many times.
Yes,
but you're accustomed to playing in several genres. You're most comfortable when you're doing different things?
Yes, I actually struggle with soca music a lot because I started off singing R&B. So you see the Mariah Careys and the curls and the high notes and stuff, and nailing that. And when it's time to sing soca, it's like I'm going in my throat, like I'm struggling with the but it take me a while to catch myself with soca. But definitely when I started, I was singing cover versions, different Mariah Careys, Whitney Houston, Toni Braxton, rock, pop rock, Kelly Clarkson, a lot of Pink, you know.
So we get the answer to the Pink now. That's what inspired the Pink.
Yes, Gwen Stefani. No, she didn't, but I could tell you why I went into Pink. Pink to me is very deep. It's a deep.
Yeah,
it's something about my childhood that I was stripped of, and I always dreamed of having a particular childhood where I used to just marvel at the kids that have, you know, their little pink room, their own room. They everything would have been feminine white, feminine, right? So it's like, I kind of I grew up around boys, like the neighbors was boys pitching marbles, and I wasn't fortunate, so we was kind of poor. So I had to take the clothes from the neighbor. So I was dressing like a tomboy most of the time. Most of my clothes was tomboyish and 3/4 pants. I didn't want to be wearing 3/4 pants. I was feeling so less than myself wearing 3/4 pants and big jersey, and I just wanted to be pretty Barbie. I wanted to be Barbie that I did not get to be Barbie. I wanted to go to Disney World. I wanted to go on a plane. There's so much things I wanted to do. I wanted to just have my own room and pink stuff. That's just me. I just love that. And everything was just brown and cream and green. And I was like, this can't be life, you understand? And I just learned to pitch marbles, fish, play with the boys, jump off trees, climb.
So you're preparing for this grappling thing a long time. That's why you look comfortable coming down this hill.
Exactly. You know, I was so tomboyish, and I just felt that it was like a bubble and a trance, that a reality that I did not want to be in. This here is not me. This is not me. And I am hoping that I can escape and get out of this weird world that is not me. I want to be Pink. I want to be pretty Barbie. I want to dress in dresses. I want to do what I want to do. I want to have that nice childhood moment where I could experience that Barbie lipstick, makeup, glitters.
You see,
understand? You understand? So a lot of people say, since I become a mom, I tend to overcompensate. Because if you see my house, bought a house.
Congrats.
The house pink. You understand? My daughter, she have a bedroom.
So you created it for her?
Yes. Up and down, she have a pink slide attached to the bed, lights, real Barbie down, because it's like, I don't want my daughter to feel how I felt. Next thing she feeling like, oh my God, I want this. I like just, the moment I realized it's a girl, I was I don't want no boy at all. I didn't want a boy at all because I know I'm making this child and I say I want to give my daughter that opportunity that I was stripped of. So I pray to God, watch me, I say, God, please, the worst time was that gender reveal when I go in to see if it is I making a girl, or I pray to God Almighty. I'm looking at all the charts to see what it is, how your belly wrong, how your belly pointy, if dogs coming near you, if dogs running. So know if I'm making a girl or a boy. Because I want no boy. I want a girl because I want to dress her in pink. I want to start from scratch. I want to give her everything that...
How old does she know?
She's 7.
Oh, nice.
I want to take her Disney World. The girl even know what Disney World is like. I take she had 2 years. First I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. I say...
And she can't go on half the ride.
She can't go on half of the ride, but she went Disney World. I couldn't wait. All what I dreamed of has manifest itself into reality, which I'm so grateful for, because I was always dreaming of myself pink. I was dreaming of myself owning my own house because I was never fortunate. And yes, there's times when we had to be asking to stay by people, right? So when you have that, means that a house is very, very, very important, because I know what it's like to not have a home.
Yeah,
right?
or a room. I hear you talk about
exactly.
that too.
So that, and I also was obsessed with planes. So I'm like, I used to I'll do anything to go down by the airport, and I will just stare at the feeling that a plane will give me when the plane taking off and landing. I'm like, that's the best feeling in the world. I just used to be obsessed with planes. And I realized that I am obsessed with planes and I'm unable to even go or smell or go close to a plane. I am it seems so far-fetched for me to go by a plane. Like, because I can't even go to Tobago on a plane when I was small. So planes was my obsession. I just would do anything if I could just go on a plane to fly. I will give anything to have my own home, my own good, like a home, my family and stuff. And then I will give anything to be the Barbie that I want to be. You understand? And to have money, to have food on the table, to not suffer, travel the world, go nice places.
Yeah, look, you're doing that now.
Right. And I envision, so it's like, they really say manifest station is like really important, meditation and stuff. Sure. Because God knows that's what I was obsessed with. Pink, female, this feminine energy, having a home and traveling the world. That is it, having money, being comfortable, and giving myself a second chance by having a daughter and giving that child that. So I didn't get to go a good school. I was delinquent in school. I'll make sure my child go in a P school, make sure she get the best education. If I wanted to go and do gymnastics, ballet, learn piano, learn this, whatever, I make sure she doing that. She private tutors to piano, violin, she in concerts, everything that I just see everything manifesting. God has blessed me where I am traveling on a plane now.
You see?
Like,
all the time.
Every weekend. Every weekend from as Carnival over, it will be sometimes 2 states in one day. I will go Atlanta, perform in Atlanta for 4 p.m. and I have to reach Orlando for 9 p.m.
So you're talking about traveling, right? I heard you say in an interview before, they were asking you where you're from, where you live, and you said plenty places. What's some of them plenty places? Like, where you originally from? Right. Well, because I was, not fortunate, I lived plenty places, and some places like, okay, the last place that I lived growing up as a kid when I went Blue Eldo. Right.
Was Sponia West.
Okay.
Right? But prior to that is Mount Hope, is Maloney, is La Hocketa, is
Where are you from originally?
So where I'm now?
No, where you born and grew up. Like
Born and grew up.
First place you remember living, you remember?
First place was Woodbrook when I was a baby, but I can't remember.
Oh, you can't
and then
remember.
La Hocketa.
Okay.
As a kid, La Hocketa phase 1. Yes, I remember that. And then after that was Malabar, St. Joseph, Trinity, a whole set up.
Yeah, you was traveling already.
Yeah,
you was traveling already.
I was traveling. Right?
Yeah, understand. It's not uncommon to hear people say what you said. For instance, you talk to a lot of people who felt like that getting a home and settling something for the children when they didn't have that when they were small. It becomes the main focus. That was
the main focus. And a car, make sure I'm pure for my car one time because I couldn't deal with, I was going to school in Arima Gale, Sarasi, and live in Sawa. And where the Quasi was, to the highway, I have to walk there from the Quasi, which is the main road, to close to the highway, Custard Lane, in the hot sun. And I didn't have money to buy water. I used to be asking people, bringing the bell to get water, because I was so thirsty. And I had to go in that hot sun, and that was like trauma for me. And then I used to spend out my money in school. Not just now, let me just stick a pen. Spend out the money that I had to travel from Sawa to Arima West and Arima to Sawa. So when I spend the money on a drink or whatever, I don't have no money to go back home, which is from Arima to Sawa. So what else is going to need me to do?
Yeah.
Go in the maxi and run out. Yeah. Yes, go in the maxi and run out. And short it.
Why not?
And short it. Because we didn't have money to spend. You understand? I just have my little coins to get to and fro and stuff like that. So I had a tough life, you know.
Yeah.
I was a tomboy, running out of cars, running out of maxis. They banned me from the maxis, and they say, you see that girl? I was banned from the maxis, so I had to take bus after. So I can't spend the ticket money.
Yeah,
you
of
know,
course.
so I had the tickets. And
the ticket can't buy that but a bus ride.
Yeah, so that time I see the maxi men and them coming, and I duck in the school, like they looking for the particular female, and I go on all my friends and they tell them, go under the chair, go under the table, because they know I noted for that.
Collect.
Yeah, they come. They come to see who passes this. Running down the maxi.
I like it.
You understand? Who passes this running down the maxi right through? We need to put a stop to this.
Yeah. They might be still looking for you, you know. The pinky might be throwing them off. I know you said you grew up religious to Seventh-day Adventist, right?
Yeah.
So, but you had dreams then of being an artist and singing and that kind of thing, or that was your original career?
It was so far-fetched to me, like everything, okay, yes. The world, the Barbie world bubble that I was living in was pink, Barbie, pretty, being that person, that feminine person.
Okay, so even though you can't get it on the outside, that is what you're feeling on the inside.
That's what I'm feeling on the inside.
Gotcha.
So I am envisioning.
Gotcha.
So when I'm a tomboy and I 7 days Adventist and I so covered and stuff, what making me get rid of that depressive state?
Right.
I imagine I in fantasy land. Fantasy land is, this is me.
Gotcha.
I am a star. I am singing. I'm a Barbie. I'm pink. I'm sexy, you know, because I'm real covered and a tomboy. So the opposite of tomboy is sexy, right? Something that I just want to be the opposite of what I was. So if so you're going from tomboy and 7 days Adventist, you can't wear nothing sexy, like no jewelry. My mother never used to allow me to wear, I had long natural hair. So she never used to have me like, put in no gel and styles. So it must be in two plaits. Because she want me, no man must be watching me, no boyfriend must be watching me, so I must look as much unattractive as possible, right? So I can't put my hair in no style or leave my hair down or anything. It must be in a bun, no jewelry, no makeup, no whatever. Just a dress that you didn't want to wear.
No.
Ashamed to wear it. You know, I just feeling less than myself. I'm feeling like this is definitely not what my life is. I can't believe this is happening to me. Why am I living like this? Why am I not being what I want to be? So I will be, when I worshiping, going to church, praying, no class party. I was stripped of being in a school bazaar because that is against church. You know, they will play soca music.
So this is teenagers you're talking about, kind of like.
I have curfew, school over in 2:30. I must reach home 3. Otherwise it's curtail. You know, real serious curtail. She was strict.
Yeah.
And I felt like, you know, it was so intense and it was so overwhelming for me that I was living in fantasy land. But the fantasy land that I believe was manifestation, definitely at its finest. So me just envisioning Destra, watching Destra on the stage like this, like that, you know, I was like, oh my God, I want to be like Destra. I want to be like Destra. Oh my God, she says she's the luckiest girl in the world. Like, I said, my God, like, oh my God. If you see how I was for Destra. And so, right, like my perfect world is Pink Barbie.
On stage.
This on stage, like Destra being all sexier. I see she singing Chimbalette and me. I was like, oh God. I resonate to the 2 people that was real, no, it was 3, that I real resonate to, and I love the music was Alison Hines, Teenage Fun, and Destra. Right? And I was like, these things was far-fetched to me. Like, I wouldn't think this is just a fantasy world to me. This is not what I will ever believe would happen in reality, right? It just so happened where things were just going downhill. Like, I went to study law because I imagined myself being a star, you know, but that's not going to happen. I went, because if it would happen, I would have put myself to go and sing and whatever. I did law, study law, you know, when my reality is, okay, I'll come out of the boy stage. I'm a 7 Days Adventist. I'm a decent person, you know. I changed my life around, not jumping out of maxis. And I will be a law-abiding citizen, and probably, you know, take the bad men out, and that's my life, and marry a good pastor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you know, and don't sing soca and sing gospel music, and because I started singing in the church, right? So,
but even before you go on with that, I had to ask, if you grew up under them circumstances, law ain't cheap. How will you reach from there to study law?
Right, so that was very difficult. So I was working for a salary in a doctor's office, $3,000 a month.
As also school?
No?
As also school?
Well, that's before I started school. That was $3,000.
No, not law school, but out of secondary school, you started working in the doctor's office, or?
Yes, after finished school, right? Sorry. So I did, after Blue Eldo, I went UE 6th form, I did A-levels.
So you was bright, you was doing good in school?
Well, I had to, because I want to no longer be on the streets struggle.
Okay, so you see school as the way.
Yes, gotcha. Education is the way. That's the way out, you know. I was threatened that if I get no passes, I will go and sweep the promenade. That was my threat. So I was like, mommy? Yeah, she said I will sweep the promenade. So that was a big fear. Better pass them exams,
of course.
right? So I did A-levels, and then I did UE University of UE 6th form, and then University of London external with Key Beckles, studying law, doing my law degree. And flight attendant, I did the flight attendant course so that my plan would have been mapped out. I'm a flight attendant while I'm studying law, so the flight attendant will help me for law. That was the plan, the goal. However, finances, when I started working, it was actually $2,000, and then it went up to $2,500, then $3,000. $3,000 was the most I ever get for the month, working for the month. And that was a struggle. Like, how could I pay for law and stuff like that? So I took a loan to pay my law, and I was struggling. Things was hard, and I didn't have no help from nobody else. And I was pulling through, I was doing good in law and stuff, pulling through, sacrificing, my loan being piled up. I think the government came in and paid for what it was, they covered the local fees, but they wasn't covering the external. So I get half of it paid by the government. At the time.
Yeah, but even half of law expensive, eh?
Yes.
You have to make sure people understand that.
Half of law expensive. That's expensive. That was pongs.
Well, yeah, right, true. So you're paying in TT. So you're really just working on figuring it out and paying back loans.
I was working on figuring it out, and then here's my turnaround. Huh? I was feeling I went into a depression where I was just feeling like my life set up like this. I not getting to be what I want to be. So that's what I say. Planes and Barbie World, I can't even afford it because it's so far-fetched. You understand? And yes, I was singing in the church, and that's as much as it go, right? My mom and them, they say that you could sing. You know, I will sing in my bathroom, so you used to shame one and say you could sing, but I not believe in that I could really sing. It's far-fetched to me, right? Everything is far-fetched because of based on my life. It was just like, the good things would never happen to me. That's how I had it done. Good things would never happen. Like, I just made for this weird, messed up life, right? And what I was feeling one day, this is what happened. Yes. I wanted to go to a party, right? Of course, my mother would know. Of course, my mother would know.
Oh.
And I went by my father in order to go to this party because my father is definitely not into church.
Yeah, he knew world.
Yeah, he's a worldly person. Definitely. And I never grew up with my father, so I was trying to get reconnected with him. And yes, he was my escape. Like, I would say, Daddy, please beg. I say, oh God, help me. I cried, I begged, and please take me for a day. Please take me for 2 days so I could get a little break, as I wanna go to this party real bad, right? So I save up to go to this party. I save up. I don't know money, but I save up. If I not to ask people for money, I'm making it happen to go. So I go on to go my very first party, and I am in this long line, right? And when I reach to the top, I say, you know who I see? Johnny Bravo.
Oh, okay.
I see Johnny Bravo, and he say, that's all, folks. We have reached our capacity, right? And you will have to go home, right? We can't have nobody coming in there. I stay in that line for 2 hours, right? And I was so I must say everything was just happening unlucky for me because it's like I save up for this event to go to this party, stay 2 hours in a 2 hours in a line for Johnny Bravo to say. So I go on and I almost cry. I say, please, I'm begging, I start to cry. Yeah, back of the line.
That is Johnny Bravo very much.
Go to the back of the line. I almost got shoved. I was like, oh God, I felt so low.
So you never get anything?
I never get into the show. And guess who I see? I see Charles Marshall passing, and all the people singing and singing, and he walking in real, you know, he shout.
Yeah,
I was like, he. I was like, damn. I say, lucky him, right. You know. And I just see him just pass and get in so easy. I say, look how some people have it so easy to just. I stand up in the line 2 hours. I see Shal just pass and go on in, and I admire Shal. I say, gosh, lucky you so lucky. Right. That's all I say. And I go home feeling like a dog, low, crying, depressed. I say, nah, boy, this is not life. This is not life for me. And it's like I was just feeling so, like, you know, so weak. Like, it just give up. Like, I give up. And like, I start to pray. I say, God, I say, if there's some other life, I don't know, I go on Google to see what is reincarnation, to try to see if it had some other, one other sign, like maybe it have a next life, like maybe I, you know.
You want to start afresh.
Yeah, like you want to start afresh because I'm like, what it is going on with me? True. Everything just horrible. I feel so low after that time. And then I'm like, you know, I was Googling at the time and I'm watching how to be somebody. I want to be somebody. I will how to be somebody, right? I ain't find nothing.
Google come up. It is not ChatGPT then.
Where to start?
Yeah.
It's like, all I know is that I am envisioning. So you know what I do? I went back in fantasy land. I just envisioning myself how I want to be. I say, God, why can't I? What have I done? Is this a generational curse? What have I done? Why I can't get a moment for me, for myself, to be me, to enjoy, to be happy? Why is always something? Why I cannot enjoy life? Yep. Why I can't get what somebody else have? Why it is my life set out like this, right? Please help. Please help me. I'm asking, I'm begging, because I'm on my last right now, right? And then I decided to, some Slumdog Millionaire came on the show. And I watched that show. And after I watched the show, I felt good. I felt hopeful. Slumdog Millionaire. I say it are people that went from miracles to happen. I say, God, give me a miracle too. Give me a miracle. What am I going to do? What? Try lotto? So I say, I'm feeling so hopeful. I say, Zida, let me go and try lotto. Like, let me try lotto or go in the casino and gamble.
Yeah, that's the hopeful.
That's the hopeful. So the next day, right? That's the only hope. The next day, I just manifested. Because I was so depressed, the more I go into fantasy world. Yeah, I want to travel the world. I want to own my own house. I want to be pink. I want to be sexy. I want money. I want to have a daughter and give my child a new life. This is what the things that I put in there. I say, I don't know how. I don't know how, if I'm going to be an actor, an actress, a singer, or what, but one of them.
The casino will solve this problem for now.
So your girl going in the casino, bright and early the next morning. I'm playing that. I go on hopeful. I go on with $10 every day. I say, I'm going to play roulette. I go and play roulette. I go and bet on number 17. Because I'm a lucky number.
That's my lucky number too.
Yeah, man. Really?
Yeah.
So I go on there. But however, this girl from church who I was singing with, like she probably not in church anymore. I saw her in the casino.
Singing in choir and singing with the church.
Yeah, I used to sing in the choir with her. I see her singing in the casino cover versions and stuff. And like, I watching the $10 roulette and I watching her. And I was like, okay, let me stick a pen. This girl is raising my paws. I am so touched by her singing. I'm like, wow, like, and I can't wait to compliment her after she come off the stage. And I said, you are so fantastic. You're so beautiful. I didn't see you so long in church, what happened and how you're here? And she said, the question is, why are you here? You understand? Because my mother, how strict she is. I ain't supposed to be here. I say, girl, life not life, and I broke as hell. I'm struggling, I no money. Right. And I come with my little last $10 because this is my last hope right now to gamble and win some money, and I'm feeling hopeful and I believe I'm going to win. Right. She say, no, you're not going to do that. Here she dies. That is all you have. I say, and money to go home. She take out $100 and give me. I say, oh my God, God bless you. Oh my God, I'm so happy. She say, so tell me about it. She said, what going on? What happened? And I give her the little rundown of what happened and stuff. Yep. She said, you know how much I'm making here in this casino? She said, I'm making $2,500 to $3,000 an hour. To sing for an hour. It's like, oh really? This time I working for a little, after
for the month.
Yeah, for the month. You understand? And by the time I finish everything, I have nothing. So she said, here's what, I remember you could sing in church. So take this track list and I want you to learn these 3 songs, which was your favorite song, Mariah Carey and stuff. Learn it and nail it, right? And come Wednesday for the audition for the casino. Hear me, what? She said, yes, and I know you could do it because I know your vocal, your capabilities and stuff. And she said, learn the words and come and I'll be here. So he'll be there. I'm nervous. And so anyway, long story short, I went to the audition and I got hired for not just Island Club, Mapo, the one in the casino in Sandy Grande. I can't remember the name, the one in South. I was like highly booked.
Yeah. At that time, that casino circuit was buzzing. Plenty artists up our show.
Right. And I went from $3,000 a month to almost $3,000 a night.
But you win the mark. We need to find out part of the 17 hits or it's in here. And the plane or you ride out?
I ride out.
Well, you do the right thing.
You should come $100.
Oh, you win already?
You should come $100. So the casino, going to the casino at the time, it would work out, but it just didn't.
You see my problem? If she'd give me the $100, I was putting the whole 110 on the mark. I would be broken again. Back to square. I was paying that whole 110 on that.
Oh, good. Nah, I was hungry. I need to go buy some food. I went to KFC. I used to dream of KFC, boy. I used to be like, oh my God, what that tastes like. I want to, like, if it's my birthday and somebody asks me what I want to eat, I say, give me KFC. Yes. Yeah, give me KFC.
No, people KFC it every day.
Yeah, you understand? So
that was your first time you really seeing yourself as a solo singer out there doing covers and that kind of thing?
It went from zero to hero, basically.
So you get a good response in the casino, like you're observing if people taking it and they enjoying it?
Yeah, they love it. They love it. So that's why the band Surface and Traffic saw me and asked me to be the lead.
So Surface saw you from the casino circuit?
Yes, and asked me to be...
Surface at the time was Tony Prescott and that wasn't Surface?
Yes.
Okay.
And they saw me and asked me to be the lead vocalist, and I got the job. So I went there and then I went...
I'd ask you before you go there. What you tell your mother? She happy with the Surface gig and thing?
Hello, I had also leave the house, you understand? And I could not abide by her rules and I had to leave the house. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So I went and lived by my father because...
Yeah, she not.
Up to this day, she's a pastor's wife, so
Soca
is not...
Yeah. And you going fet on a Saturday and thing, Ami's on a Saturday, you know. So you went out with Surface. What's that first experience like? Because you would, the same way, if you're watching people like Destra and them with admiration, now you're becoming a pale.
I feel like if I needed to pinch myself, because I was now in the line, depressed, getting shoved by Johnny Bravo.
Imagine that.
And within 1 week, I see Johnny Bravo. Was it a week or two? Johnny Bravo is letting me come through backstage.
Imagine.
There's like a big switch. You understand?
Of course.
And I'm like, is this the prayer? Is this the breakdown and cry to God? Is this the universe finally rewarding me for all what I've went through? I felt like I was feeling numb even when that was happening, because first I'm not used to anything good happening. I don't want to believe this is happening. Like I in denial that I am actually in a band singing. Nah, this can't be right. This can't be right. I been treated nice, sitting down being served. Yeah. I said, don't let me get up and get up. Yeah, don't let me get up from this. I said, next thing, all of this is a dream, and that's all I keep saying. Next thing, all of this is a dream.
The therapist and them is talking now about imposter syndrome. You reach this point where you almost feel like you don't deserve it. Like, why this happening good to
I
you?
felt
It's
that is the story of my life.
Yeah.
Because I'll be traveling, right? And I'm numb because I cannot believe that I went from feeling being obsessed with planes to being on planes every weekend, like if it's a taxi. I am traveling like if it's a taxi. So I went from dreaming about being on a plane that I would never think I would never get to be on. It didn't look like I would never ever get to be on a plane, never get to even go to Tobago, or it's just so far-fetched.
Yeah, no, you travel more than most people.
Yeah, and I'm like, I traveling and I still have this, I wouldn't say numb, but it's like, real. It's like if it's not real. You understand? Because it's the reality ain't hit yet. I got my house. That's supposed to be the biggest, everybody feeling more excited than me, but I'm excited, but it's still feeling like, I can't believe this is happening. I pay off for my car. I can't believe this is happening. I buy a 3-story house, not just an ordinary house, a 3-story investment property house, pool, everything, primetime area.
Good.
I was able to save up from Soca. I worked very hard, very hard. I did without. I got bashed for going with messy hair to shows, blogs like MYOP. When they
post solo, or that's in the early band days, something they're talking about. When you're
this is solo. This is recent times, because what happened is, as a female, we're very expensive. We are very expensive.
I see it here today.
You have to makeup to come out. You have to do your makeup. You have to do your hair. You have to do your nails. I mean, not saying that regular girls don't have to do that, right? But if you have to do that, you have to get an outfit that you cannot repeat. Most times you can't repeat, but if you repeat it,
especially in this era.
We will try to mix and match where people will know later on, next 6 months after. But you have to get transport, you have to have a videographer, you have to have a DJ, you have to have a booking agent that's taking a cut, a manager that's taking a cut, a road manager that's taking a cut. And let me say, you ain't have a monster like myself, right? But you have a consistent, popular song that is playing and stuff. They're not going to give you monster money. So you're getting money, and you have to, you're getting money, yes, but it's not that amount.
Yeah, of course.
That would cover for all those team, right? So by the time you get, let me give you an example, like let me say a $6,000 or so, or whatever, and you pay booking agent, manager cuts, road manager, right, or the team, the DJ, the videographer, the stylist, the one-wear stylist, whatever, the jewelry, the hair, weave is very expensive, right? Because you don't want to use your natural hair sometimes, because I thought about using my natural hair, but then I wanted to make a statement, so I wanted to stand out, you know? And I wanted to, like, I was always wearing my natural hair as a kid. Right? So I want to change. I don't want to be the same person that I was before.
And we're saying valid because if you compare a male artist, not to compare a woman in the arts to another woman, but to compare to a male artist, it's just a much bigger bill.
Yeah.
It looked like it cost you $6,000 to come here today. The expenses is
so at a time I get a show and they tell me, they say, you need a team, you need to jump out and look good. So I jump out and look good and come back home with $0.00 because all the money went into the team. So how am I going to save to survive? So is it a, what do you call it, facade? What is it?
Facade.
Yeah, facade, yeah. Because you need to come back with something.
Of course.
Money, music costs. What about the amount of money that I spent on the song?
Yeah, and then real life costs too. You have a daughter, you have a life to live. Yeah.
Exactly. So I had to cut on my team and I had to go by myself. Yeah. And when I'm going by myself, I am driving myself. Yeah, drivers, I'm cutting on course. I use any house DJ. I go in with busted weave. You understand?
Risky.
Because I can't afford a hairdresser to fix it back up at the time. I'm doing my own makeup.
Sure.
Some nails missing. They're messing them up. Oh God, so is the case, whatever and stuff. But I had a vision. And my vision was, since things, God looked like He opened up everything for me, let me take advantage and let me sacrifice. Let me sacrifice because the first thing I need to do is buy that house. Because I don't want that having to be on the streets. Fear, phobia. I have a phobia for that. Phobia, right? So the first set of money, all I studying about, I don't care what they say about me. I don't care about how busted my hair look. I don't care one nail's missing, how messed up. Yes, it did damage to me because I would do things so much for myself that I'll show up to the event tired and I'll be hoarse because I'm dealing with everything on my own, managing myself, and I'm driving, I'm tired, I'm trying to do 7 shows a night. So I'm hoarse, so I'm not sounding good on the stage, right? So yes, it caused a little problems with me having to do damage control and to prove that, okay, I could sing and doing cover versions to show them. But that take a toll on me. I fall asleep. On my way to, I tell the promoter, I 3 minutes away. The promoter realized that hour passed and I in there. It's because I fall asleep in the middle of the road. I waiting by a traffic light, right? And something just say, just put your car in neutral. In the neutral. Just put it just in case, because I dozing off on myself. Hour passed and I seen police banging down the door. I fall asleep right there. First I tired, you understand? And I go in and perform and I come in and then they say, yeah, she performing for free. She performing for free because she had no team. She can't afford to pay a DJ. I distract.
Who's saying this? Internet people?
No. Artists, like people in the industry. Yeah, she all that shows she getting, she performing for free and whatever. Yeah, because she ain't have no team. She like, hello, your noise is not affecting me. I will take my bash, my back strong. I will take she performing for free because at the end of the day, you do a division. I know how much money I need for that deposit for that house. Right. That is what I studying. I need to make a quota. And you see that house, I don't want my house to be any house. I want my house to be my dream house. My first house must be my dream house. So I will take home all the money, 7 shows. And wherever I get, I have no cut for no booking agent, nothing, because I get any shows myself, no driver,
so it don't
no
affect
DJ.
How much shows you could get and how wide you could spread a brand if you don't have a team, because there's only so much a man could do.
No, listen, this is what I said. For now, I am needing this house, right?
So it's a short-term sacrifice is what you're saying?
Yes, it's a short-term sacrifice. So I have to get the house. When I do get the house, then I'm going to build on the team and stuff, because at the end of the day, I can't be an artist if me ain't have no home.
Right.
And if I ain't have no house, because I can't be paying rent, I don't have a proper support system. I have to have a living setter as well. I don't have a mom or family that's going to watch my daughter for me. I don't have, I need to leave something for my daughter. I don't ever, remember, it's a phobia. I have a daughter now.
You don't want to leave her
I
like
don't
that.
want my child to be nowhere close to having no place to stay. So when I was doing the music, I say the main vision right now, I need to pay for my car first thing, and whatever money I just sacrifice, I do it out. I do it out pennywise. I do it out clothes. I repeat and clothes. I'm in business. I look in scrunting. But
I know that,
but I was blessed with a 3-story house. I sacrificed and I'm so happy, and I paid off a good bit on it so that the mortgage is not that extravagant. You understand? And now that I achieved this, now I can put my real emphasis into soca music and my career, my professionalism, get my little team, do it the proper way, you know, have my little DJ, have my makeup artist, whatever. Even if I had to barter trade and stuff like that, we making it work.
We're talking about a good lesson in sacrifice and personal sacrifice, which people, any youth could benefit from. I want to go back to the days of the band singing, because band singing is a special thing to me. I grew up in a time when bands used to play. In fact, same thing with army, you always get a chance to play with bands in army.
I love bands.
So Surface, you spend some time there, and then you move on to Traffic. Who was in Traffic when you were initially going to Traffic? Was it Eddie and that?
Yes, it was Eddie.
What was the experience there?
It was amazing. It was so surreal to me. I just couldn't believe,
next to.
I just couldn't believe
And I guess Traffic, people who might remember Traffic as a backing band, you could see any artist run on the Traffic. Some of the same artists who you say in your top 3 and thing, you would see them run on.
Yes, definitely.
What made you decide that you wanted to go solo? Is that a decision you made? Or?
Basically I had a sound, and I remember having, I was not able to be that flexible because the band at the time was paying like a certain amount, and the gigs that I was getting was paying way more, and I had to turn down those gigs for the band. You understand?
I see.
At that point in time.
So at that point in time, people looking to book you on your own?
Yes.
So you was doing your own songs or covers
Yes,
still?
I had my own song.
So what was that first song when you decided to do your own song?
If you love your body, you feel it nice and sexy, girl wine. I remember the first one. Yes, and it was getting some play. I was in 99.1, like they was doing the road shows like all over the country. I remember that with the trucks, and I was there with Traffic and singing and getting myself out there, and the songs was playing, and that song was playing, and that was good.
So the band was playing his song too in the set?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, because I actually decided to learn to write. I needed to learn to write by force, because I remember since I joined the music industry, I need a song, right? So I need to get a songwriter because I don't know I could write, right? So I paid, they tell me real money for the song. And you know me, I know starting to catch myself financially. So you know what? I took a loan for the song.
To do the song?
I took a loan to pay that songwriter and the producer to pay for that song. And guess what? That song ain't get a sprinkle play.
I like it.
It's a get a play.
And the loan had to pay.
I had to pay back
the
my
bank
loan.
didn't want to hear that. You're lucky to get the loan in the first place.
Exactly, because I already had an existing loan that I was trying to pay off.
Yeah.
Boy, so the song and get a sprinkle play, nothing at all. I was in a mess. I was like, nah, boy. Then after somebody else gave me a song and it didn't get no play, they keep telling me about the mix and the master, horrible, and who doing with this wickedness and stuff. Because you remember, I'm not somebody that is known, and a lot of artists, songwriters, would tend to give an artist that is really popping, who hasn't paid its dues, anything that is substantial. Like they would just give them...
They give them something that not...
standard. Yeah, and I was just getting failures with songwriters.
And at that time, you hear not develop, so you hearing it and you're thinking you're good. And then you're getting feedback.
Good because I am believing that these noted hit-making songwriters have what it takes to give me a monster. Right. And I pay a loan for the song and 0 airplay, sprinkle, no sprinkle, nothing at all. I do it again with somebody. I didn't pay. This trip I get a deal. zero airplay. And then they keep telling me, girl, them people wicked here. Yeah, wicked, the mix and master. Like, you know, the mix and master. What is the mix and master? What is the mix and master? I don't know what that is. You understand? Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do audio engineering. Because I am in this now. And I'm not backing down. I'm not backing down.
God pave the way. This is what you're going to do.
God pave the way for me already, and I'm in here. I'm not backing down with no nonsense song and whatever mix and master. So I am going to know what is mix and master.
One thing, like a course, generally, like to go and sit down in a course. So you went and learn about the engineering.
Yes, I went and learned it, and I learned how to mix and master, know how to produce, and it gave me the better ear of songwriting and just knowing what is a good mix and how important a mix is for a song. And sometimes a song may not be whatever. It's just noisy and all over the place, and the song really could have potential, but it's just certain elements that will just not. You really have to develop that ear.
So let me ask you this. When you do that course and you start to develop the ear, when you listen to your old songs, you're hearing the problems?
Ashamed. Ashamed. I want to pull on that song. Pull on the song, please.
Yeah, want to learn your brand again. Take
and make them a cringe.
Because I would say, like, even in preparing for this, right, when I listen back to your catalog of music, even songs I never hear play, the quality of production in your music is stand out.
Yeah.
Like, you're listening to it coming down the road. A lot of times, sometimes I'm listening, and now you have to listen fast, because I had to talk to the person just now. But I find myself listening to your music and songs that I don't know, and they're playing out to the end. And it's like, shit, I'm supposed to be listening to as much songs as possible. So I guess it's something you focus on now.
Yes,
You started doing your own mix, your own production, right? I hear you talking about building your studio too. Yes, I did.
So basically, I started my own studio back in 2018, And there's a song that did well for me. Spin your waistline wrong, that wrong. Yeah, spin the waistline wrong, that wrong. And I started So
you did that?
Well, Rishi Mahatu finished it, but I came with the idea and I did my logic and put my stuff in my logic and the whole idea and I built it so I could play it. And I wrote everything for myself and I took it to Rishi because of course I'm not a professional, so I definitely need. So I would use that as a barter trade because I can't afford to pay full price for production. So what I will do is do a draft and ask and also I would go to Kit. I'll go to and ask them to give me some of the instruments. I'll be asking them for help to Colonel Roberts and all. Staying there, billing, watching how they're doing, how they're building the beats, how they're building the drum, everything. And by that I was able to trading, okay, if I come with my skeleton and I come with half of my stuff, I don't have to pay. That was my full production price. So that was my start, and that's what started helping me and working for me. Because of course, finances, you might want to do a song and have a monster, but when they charge you $12,000 for production and a $3,000 US for a song, you understand how anybody is supposed to compete with that? The regular person on the street who want to sing, and the production is $12,000 and the song $3,000 US in all. Then you have to pay for marketing. That's why it's so hard for people to break into this industry because and not after you do all of that. It's still now you have to have a swag, you have to have a look, and you have to have a connection, you have to have the support.
Yeah, and all them things come with that price.
You is Susie and you pay all that money and your name is Susie and you Julian promotes blast about 15 songs for the day. You think them DJs going to dick for a Susie?
No, even the DJs, even the fan, because the amount of songs them blast. Nobody
and you put it on YouTube, nobody even going on click for Susie. So what should Susie do? Go on Instagram. That's what they say. Well, don't depend on radio. Don't depend on radio. Go on social media, right? Go on social media. What if Susie have five followers? You understand?
Yeah.
How is the algorithm going to show your song to everybody else? Does it mean now you have to be viral?
Of course.
Going viral is not easy. You understand?
You can't control it.
Then they say go and promote yourself on the stage. Now, next thing, when you go and promote yourself on the stage, right, and you're singing your song and stuff, Trinidadians have this mentality. Me know your song, it's songing good, but me know your song, I stand up and watching you. Okay, cool. Next. You understand? I stand up and watching you.
You did love the early days because every artist sort of go through that period where you're going on, there's hits in front of you, hits behind you, and you singing a song and the crowd stand up on you. The confidence to deal with that.
Oh, it's hard. It is hard to get crickets and bricks. It's not a nice feeling. You want to crawl on that rock.
Yeah.
But I say, you know what? I won't have been the first and the last to get crickets and bricks. It happens to the best of the best.
Yeah, of course.
So for me to feel good, I go pull up a big artist.
I like it. I like it.
Watch yourself get crickets and bricks and feel good about it.
Yeah, good company.
It's not only me that get that. Yeah, remember when this one get crickets and bricks? Right. So don't come and watch me and whatever. And the crowd was a tough crowd, you know? It was a tough crowd.
I had to Reliance say somebody the other day. She said, boy, it's not me, you know, it's the crowd. That crowd was neighbor. She says it's not my performance.
Exactly.
And it's the same thing like
then sometimes you would be, if the crowd watching you and you jump it up like a club and you vibe out and you're feeling even worse.
I feel like new Soca artist is the hardest work. Like I was Hoppy was in the interview saying, he asked him, what advice you would get to a new Soca artist? He said, keep your day job. And I find it might have come across that way, but it's the truth about anything new you're doing.
No, me feeling this and seeing it and seeing how hard it is, and I understand why there is so many little, very few female artists coming to break out. Because I'm going to tell you something, if you don't have a strong backing behind your song could be how hot, whatever, your algorithm, social media not pushing it, nobody not seeing it, nobody cares. So a lot of artists, if you know that is breaking out, have a big respectable force behind them and a backing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If it's a big, well-renowned DJ or somebody that is a radio station owner or some serious respectful force backing them, or they form a team that have other big artists, and that big artist is bringing on the other artists. That's the way. Now you understand, you have to have your song, you have to have your quality song, but it is not as easy as it takes. And I listen to people when they say, I come to sing, now I could sing, and I just shaking my head. It's like,
who feels it knows?
Who feels it knows? I say, I wish I could tell you, but it's not my place to tell you, do even try, because I can't tell you that, because I don't want nobody telling me, don't try.
Yeah,
you understand? But you had to, when you see, you burn, you learn, you see, this game is not for the weak. It is not for the weak. It is not for the weak.
Now, but you prove that you have the belly for it. I think it's something. I
have
do it.
Real belly. Trust me, I have real belly. For me to still stay, you know how long I trying, how much years now, without a monster. You know how much people that don't give up? Without I have had popular songs, yes, but even when you get your flowers and they say, all right, you get a popular song, they still come to tell you, well, it's not a monster. You understand? It's still harassing you and telling you, you're seeing your tour in the world, a tour in the world, are going Singapore, Japan, Belize,
so how are you
Belgium.
getting to them markets? How are you getting that done? Because when you say you're moving on your own.
Unfortunately, I don't know what it is, but Trinidad, there's a disconnect, and it's hurtful to me.
So those markets connecting with your music in a way our local market not?
Yes, I am better received for some strange reason outside, right? But that's not really a plus for me, because I want to be accepted as much as outside my home. That's your home. That's where I live. That's where I build my house. That's my foundation. This is my people. This is Trinidad. I'm representing Trinidad all over the world. I want to be accepted just the same, right? So I think I've paid dues. I've been knocking on the door, and I'm trying to figure out what it is that is holding, because there's still a holdback. The name Jadel, I'm trying to rebrand. I'm trying to there was a lot of mistaken identities, a lot of rumors from that mistaken identity coming on me, that would affect me.
Bring me into bacchanal time. So I want to talk about Deserve It All, because I saw it just looking up your stuff. You're talking about views in the up teens of millions, 16 million views and so on. And I don't know that I know the song I hear play here a lot. And then I see it traveling and touring the world, maybe more than some artists who I know have monster hits.
Yes.
So I'm curious about it. But it's always a bacchanal time on this podcast. And when you say, first, before we get to the name thing, when you say backing, they had a time when I would go out and sing, I would see the legend, Big Mike. I say, well, this person's grandfather, then you are backing and you're bound to, because that's what you want to see. When you see a new artist come out with somebody who industry proven, tested. It's like when that person say this person, that person going through.
Yeah, but the thing about it is sometimes the person can be respected, but the era is different. You know, the era is different. They would have had the strengths and the strong points when social media wasn't prominent. You know, when it was back in Super Blue and Alison Hines back in the day when there's no social media, and the method of back then to here would not work, it would not apply. So sometimes not all respectable back end, you have to pick and choose, you know?
I understand what you mean, yeah, different era.
Yes.
Okay, fair. So who was taking you for J Angel? Because let me tell you something, when you post this thing, my first thoughts was, I know J Angel, I know Jadel. And as a man like everybody.
The industry knows, trust me, everybody in the industry knows the difference, right? The John Public and...
So you think people generally don't know, or they mix you all up?
Well, I could give you a little quick, I really didn't want to talk about this because, I mean, I'm way past this. But I'm going to just give it to you quickly, like an example.
Please.
I would go a spa. I remember going to a spa and everybody came peeping and laughing, right? And I feel ashamed because I want to know if a hole in my pants.
I'm looking
in my hole to know if a pants, like if something happened to me or whatever. I asking somebody if they see any spots behind me, whatever. And I can't understand what it is they laughing and going and and everybody coming and peeping. So I feeling awkward, and then people cheat me kind of way in his salon, you know, like a white elephant, whatever. Nobody wanna talk, and I'm talking to them. They gave me. So anyway, long story short, they say, Jadel, we want to ask you a question, right? And when they say that, everybody busts out a laugh. And they say, what? Jadel, whose idea it was to put on a cat suit? You understand? And I'm like, yo, that's not me. Right? I wouldn't go into details. I'm just giving you a rough thing. Somebody came and meet me again. This is regular people. This is not people in the industry, because people in the industry know. You're okay, you're okay. I say, what do you mean if I'm okay? From the fall, you're okay from that fall? I said, I never fall off. Yeah, I didn't fall. It wasn't me, right? And I've been getting this all the time.
I see.
All the time. And I've been getting called the name all the time.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go into details, but...
Well, it's fair. I understand you. But let me say this, right? And I'm a peacemaker, right? They say, blessed is a peacemaker. I don't expect to make peace today, but I'll tell you this.
Yes.
Remember when this interview starts and I say, blah, 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 and how you going, sir? That is the truth of it. I just tired. I have no part of me could ever take you for a man, of course.
Yes.
That is me being tired and this fella here booking too much people back to back. And you're going to automatic mode. I also saw one time, and I know they have more to this issue, right? I'm not trying to say that.
It's more, but I put that to rest. And let me
I saw one time by Smokey and Bunty days, maybe in that area or somewhere, we go in Brass Festival and we coming back down the road and I see Ronnie McIntosh stand up by Smokey. So of course there's a buzz. He had the donkey song and them saying big song. And I see some fellas come up and say, hey, I won. And I see, he was kind of like just your response to that. So I could see how off-putting that would be.
Yeah, and it's not, I was not upset with her for that, because that's no fault of hers. It goes deeper than that, right? There was other internal matters that I really just want to put to rest, because if I touch base on it, it's going to open a can of worms, and I just say I'm going to bury the hatchet. The mere fact that you all know the separation now, and that's all that matters. Right.
So there's one relationship that I do want to talk to you about. I'm excited to talk to you about. I like the bacchanal, but a little bit. But I'm more like the relationship when I saw you say, and first I might want to ask you, you had the gumption to go to people like Kit Israel and them fellas. Like you know breaks. You go in and you pursue what you need to pursue.
Yes.
But I saw that relationship with yourself and Colonel Roberts, even where you all would have done co-writing on one of Marshall's bigger songs.
Yes. Basically, that's Haunted Feeling, right?
Which is a huge.
Yes. So I remember this is how Haunted Feeling happened. And this is what made me realize that, okay, I'm really good at melodies. He told me I'm good at melodies as well. We wanted a song for myself. I wanted a song for myself, right? And I remember Good Morning America had Cass, and he sang, we on the road again, I'll show you where to go, the only place I know. Remember that song? Right. And I was in love with that song because it had this pop
of course, yes,
idiom kind of soca feel. And if I'm coming out and I want to come out, I want to reach for the stars. I want to be on Good Morning America too. And I want to like, you know, do a song like that. So I was like, I need a song like that, right? And my father did come and tell me there's a song that he went, that is a big song in Caracas. Danza cadera, da 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 da,
right, yeah.
da 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 da, danza caduro. Remember that, right?
Yeah, huge.
So I had that in my head. And I went to Colonel, I said, we're going to get a song. And we went, he took the keyboards, and we went somewhere, because if it is we in the studio here, it's my time to finally get, because I've been putting out songs and it's not working. Door, right? So he say, you know what, you have been here in Rama, let me really get this song, whatever. So we went somewhere, he had the keyboards, and we play a set of beats, right? So the beats was, he playing beats, and one stood out to me. One stood out, and that beat was tun 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 tun. I say, but this song is like what I have in mind for Cass when he could. So I say, yeah, do this one. And he say, you sure? I say, yes. I say, I like this beat. And he say, well, I think it wasn't him alone. It was he. I think CZ, Pastor, I can't remember the people behind, but it was a loop. Yeah. It was a loop. And I decided to work, I wanted to work on that, right? So I picked whatever, and we started doing melodies, and I taped the melody, and the melody that subconsciously came, that I sampled, was na 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 danza caduro auto road da 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 na 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 sleep no more. No, I didn't do the lyrics. It's the melodies I come up with first. You know, so melodies is always, I cannot write with lyrics. I could not rap at CC. You see the writer and stuff. It was a good collaborative effort. This was the song for me to sing. You understand? So that was my song.
So then what went on?
I traded in for a collab with the monk. Yeah. Colonel said, I have good news and bad news. He heard a song.
He wants it.
He loved the song. It's up to you. You know, it's up to you. If you give it in, right, you would get a collaboration with him on the power song that we was working on. Right? And and I give that up with Fine by Me. You understand? Fine by Me. And I just saw the song flow up, and up to this day I feel so good to know that was, something that I was going to sing, you know. And that is when I realized that gave me the inspiration to know that if it is, I was part of a big mega monster like this, and that song wasn't for me to sing, that I created melodies and everything for. I know I have the capability to write.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand? I just believe that I have lack of support and backing, and I've been managing and doing all my bookings myself. I have never had a proper manager. I have management in America, which is Julian Promos. Julian Promos, he does my international thing, but nothing to do with local. So I had Shake Up Your Batty Girl, and I had booking agents, and I get zero.
Come up with that song before you talk about the bookings with it, because that song is one of your songs. That song bubbling
Shake Up
all the time.
Your Batty Girl. Yeah, it's always melodies first.
So melody first.
Yeah, melodies first. When
and
I
you have a writer you're going to for words, or you're writing?
No, I wrote the whole song by myself. Right. Everything I wrote by myself, right? And
you had a booking agent, and I didn't get much bookings.
I got no bookings. No, he's serious, but I got like about close to 90 on my own.
Oh, I see.
Close to 90 on my own. So that's why I realized.
Just call around and say, oh.
Some call me. So this is how it started off. Right? Nobody was calling me at all. Because at the end of the day, who is Jadel? Shake Up Your Batty Girl. At that time it was look back, look out, die the monster. Right? I just trailing along, begging for some climb. Trying to climb to a latch one, you understand? Because you remember who's Jadel at the time, you know? But it's a girl anthem. Shake Up Your Batty Girl. See them downtown girl, uptown girl, everybody like the wassiness, right? And that is a song where I had to turn around and shake my batty. That gave me a little...
Yeah, that was the man and the woman fighting.
That the ones, that caused trouble. But Shake up your body, girl. I mean, nobody wasn't calling her for bookings because it's not a monster. Look Back was the monster.
Right,
Shake Up Your Body was the popular song that is on a big rhythm that whatever. And I went by Lyrical when he was singing in French Toast. Me not no bookings, right? I went by him and I show him, I say, this is my only time. I say, you have a song. You have to do something.
Yeah.
Have to do something. I can't back down. Nobody calling me for no shows because they don't know who I is.
Right.
Lyrical is performing Look Back. I say, I wonder if I could ask Lyrical if he could pull him up on the stage to do a little piece of my song, boy. I wonder if he could say no. I say, I think he could say no, you know. I know he will say yes, but I said, just in case he say no, I'm going to go to the DJ and lie and tell him, Lyrical say.
Yeah.
I say, Lyrical say. To pull him up on the stage. And he say, put my song in again, give every step.
Nice.
I say, have a song. I say, when Lyra do Look Back, put Shake Back, Shake Up. So I'll set that in him. Lyra say that, I say, yeah, Lyra say that. Right? I say, I do it so, Lyra, I say, you can put me up on the stage.
Oh, he on stage already?
Yeah, you on stage already.
Jadel, you're a real hustler for real, you know. You're real moko, you know. So what you do? You bring it in.
I am the DJ to hire song. I say, yes, you have it. I say, yes, you have it. I don't set it up. I don't set it up already.
So he set it up and you run out.
Set Lyrical up.
He know the story.
I don't know, he might know it now.
So you went up and they received it?
I went up. Lyra was kind enough to say, all right, after he sing Look Back, he said, I have this young lady that has a song on the rhythm and it's bubbling. And I just want to give her the opportunity to perform a song. And I went and sang, Shake Up Your Body Girl. And I said, now it's my time to shine. I need to do something. So I turn my body and I shake it. And I shake it hard.
Yeah, it worked.
Right? And it worked. It worked. I went viral.
Yeah,
you understand? Because at the end of the day, this is an artist endorsing somebody. So they will take it seriously. The crowd scream.
Oh, nice.
I got 3 paid bookends from that very free begged show that I begged to be on.
Not beg, you steal your way. Now you're not beg, you pass a beg.
Well, trust me, me even get to go on the show to even perform for free. We even get to go on that show to perform for free. I trick Lyrical into pulling up on the stage.
And that lead to your 90 bookings.
And that lead to my 90 bookings.
Yes,
for the
yeah, salute to her.
You understand?
Her, yeah.
So I got 3 paid bookings, massy all inclusive.
Nice.
Come up to me and say that was amazing. Thanks. I can't remember the 2 others. But and from each show was just triple. I seen people coming up to me because when I turn and I shake that body, everybody scream.
Well, listen, when
viral.
You see, yeah. So, well, it work.
Yeah, who's this girl coming up here shaking she body hard, you know? And not to mention the booty little big.
Yeah,
so it goes in a scene.
You see how it work out? The same thing the same place you start off complaining about it.
The same thing. The same thing I was ashamed about.
Yeah.
I had to turn it and flaunt it.
Yeah, I get you.
You understand?
Well, you see when David
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, and you do it. You do it.
And at the end of the day, there's always room for reinvention, switching, rebranding. I do what I have to do. I shake it hard. Yeah, get my 90 bookends, stamp my name a little bit. So it was Up in the Party
yeah. How
all
that come
night.
about?
So that was first and Shake Up was after. So it means that I had 2 follow back. Yeah, I started to prove myself as being consistent because I didn't drop from Up in the Party.
The consistency there.
Yeah, so I had Up in the Party all night, and that was on a rhythm with Skinny, Faye and Lions, Adamo. Who was I missing? Yeah, there was a big rhythm, and that was actually anthem in every carnival all over the world. You must sing, you must play Up in the Party. Yeah, you must play Up in the Party. And the following year, I had Shake Up Your Body. So it was a good for the dot fall. But guess what? None of them was a monster, but it was big enough to know, like, you know, and I am quite contented for now because the expectations after Up Yuh Batty wasn't that high where I had to fall. I was able to fall in easy. Monster is a blessing and a curse, I must say so. But at the end of the day, I am building with my fans. I want to build so that when I do get that monster, the fans build with me. It's not forced, right? It's not a luck. It's not that a one-hit wonder.
Of course.
They know that a payment
but
use
and long past that. Nobody can call it no one-hit wonder at this point. But I had to ask you, because I see David moving them chanting, that he find that talking too much.
Yes.
Up Yuh Batty, melody first and all
melody
that
first, everything. Everything is melody first.
Yeah.
Feeling to jam somebody and take a wine, melody first.
Gotcha.
Soon as I see you coming, I had to say good morning. That's my darling. Melody. Fitness, I had good follow back. Songs, and this year I have Stand By Another Man.
Yeah, going back to that. Now you move past that fast, you give me blood advice here.
And I have the ride, up for the ride.
Yeah, and that's bubbling too.
Sugar. Yes, I have that, and I also have Tassaman, which is with Raymond Ramnarine.
Salute to Raymond. Raymond was here there, you know. You tell me about that too.
Fiery and Permission I do with GBM. So I have 5 songs.
You nearly have an album, my EP.
Yes, and last year I had 5 songs bubbling as well. So the thing about it is sometimes me having 5 songs may not enable me to focus on one, to build it to a monster, right? But what happened is with the 5 songs, that is the reason why I'm booked a lot outside. Because one of the songs is going to be huge in a country that was not playing
so let me ask you about
this
all then now. Yeah. How come the views so high? What country is driving that song to the
Europe. Everybody in Europe, it was big in Europe and America. It was on BT.
Right.
It played on BT. The whole video played on BT, which was great.
Yeah, of course.
And it was a quality video, and it was one that was played in every launch, every airport. It was big on the big playlist, and it's a nice, slow, groovy R&B mix that was able to mix in with others and stream really well. That saved me for COVID. You understand? When they really talk about streams and whatever, these of it all saved me for COVID.
And when you go in Europe, you have enough catalog. You're performing catalog again to perform all the songs and
all the songs. And it's at a time I went to perform in England, Notting Hill, right? And they booked me. Apparently, they booked me for a particular song, and that not even in my the DJ list or memory stick. I don't even perform that at all. That not knowing that they booked me for that. That showed me why it is I needed to do a lot of songs, because I get that booking for that song that wasn't playing in Trinidad. And I finished perform and they watching me like if I crazy. You can't be serious. They stand up and watch me like if I'm mad. Like they waited for me to, they think it's a gimmick now. Like I come off the stage and I coming back on. When they say that, they say, no, Jadel, you can't be serious. And then they started chanting this song.
Right, that they want you to sing.
I had to go on, I tell him, man, go on YouTube. Go on YouTube and pull it down. Because we even had this song. You understand? Yeah. So I'm like, geez. This is what happens when it is you do a good bit of songs and you have catalog, and that is the reason why I'm booked a lot, because a lot of my songs take off in different countries and I'm able. So it's either you have one song and you take that risk and blow it up to be the monster, or you have the 5 songs where everything is just consistent. It's, you have to decide.
Catalog and consistency can be beat. And I want to thank you first for taking the time to come here and taking, I know it's taken a lot. It's something I want to acknowledge going forward, that for female artists, there's a big difference coming here than me who's just roll out my bed and get it done. So I appreciate you coming. And I want to say that even before just observing you as a fan and from afar, I always know Jadel will always make it. And if I wasn't sure about that before, I'm sure about it after the research. And today, it's just...
Thank you.
The notion of people talking about you, or the notion of a monster is a Loch Ness monster, it don't exist. I think everybody had their own part, everybody had their own journey.
That is it. Yeah. Everybody have their own part. What's for me is for me. And for me to reach this far, and I'm quite comfortable with how I am right now, I'm just grateful and thankful. All I have is humility, because I know where I came from, and I know where I have achieved, where I've reached, and there are people that have had monsters that is right now will come to me and ask for help, right? And they are the people who had the monsters. I didn't have the monster.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just grateful for what God has and the universe has placed for me, knowing how far-fetched this was for me.
Of course, just a dream right in your mind.
and it just manifests. So when you see mine pink on the stand, it's something deep.
Of course, I appreciate
I'm
explaining
living
that.
my dream. Pink it is. My whole house is pink, and that is just me showing now that this is real.
Yeah, well, congratulations.
This is real.
Congratulations.
And
for fear of getting more glitter, more pink glitter, I'm going to just shake your hand and making sure that's on camera. So when she see all the glitter, and you never answer the question as if you went and do the performance for Marshall Valentine's.
No, I did not. I did not.
Well, when he come, I go ask him, because I don't believe none of the three people in that equation. You, he, or your wife. I don't believe none of it. But thanks very much, man. It was great. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You good, David?
Yes.